This is round 13 of the Ambassador Mastermind meetings. And then we got Jordan. Jordan is going to join. I think I'm trying to see if I can let her in. I may have kicked her out. Oh no, there's Marco, and there's Jordan. So Jordan and Marco just joined. What's up, Marco?
Hey.
And then he put himself on mute, and then Jordan's on mute. Let me get the attendees updated. Jordan Dow Shea and Marco Chaffiot. Cool. Round 13 of the Ambassador Mastermind meeting. Let me get a drink of water. To effectively communicate, we must realize that we are all different in the way we perceive the world and use this understanding as a guide to our communication with others. Tony Robbins. So communication is of paramount importance. It's how we get on the same page. And that's the reason why we have these Ambassador Mastermind meetings, is to just, stay in the know, stay informed, and make sure we're making decisions as a group. And that's it. The purpose of this meeting is to build a community, continue growing the community, and then share knowledge in a healthy and positive way. Meeting's being recorded. It will be put on YouTube for everybody's references. I have the Slack channel open. The Ambassador channel is open. Let's make sure I'm up to date. Everything looks good. Cool. And then I'll be organized. I did the organization for this meeting, and then Zach's going to help me with the parts list. That's the big hot button item, because we still don't have a single piece of equipment that's been shipped to me, but stuff is en route. We have tracking numbers, and that's good. And we have people promising that they're going to send stuff, but I have not received anything. So, yep, let's get the parts list pulled up and let's go over that real quick. All right, Zach, you want to help me out with this?
Yep, here it is on the right tab now.
Yeah, I've got it. Can you see my screen? I don't think I shared my screen out just yet, but it should be up. Let me present. Hold on.
It is up. I see your mouse.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So where are we at with all this stuff?
So, has Mark sent your tracking number yet for all that stuff?
No, all I saw was a picture on Instagram and in Slack. So the stuff is kind of on route, but no tracking number just yet.
Okay. You probably will have that within 2 to 4 days.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine showed up. It was in an overnight box from Cisco Direct.
Oh wow.
So I don't know if they do that all across the board or not. So I would expect you'd have that stuff pretty soon.
Yeah. So it looks like Mark sent out, I think it was 1X 48 port switch. It was like an SG 350, I think.
Yeah, I think it's an SG 350X-48P.
Okay. And then
maybe it's even -50P.
Yeah.
And then there was an RV 260P.
RB 260P. Okay.
Yep. And then there were 2 WAP 150s.
Okay. Okay. What else we got?
I think that's everything from Cisco. I know we had all the SFP stuff from Brent on its way.
That'll be here tomorrow, end of day. I just tracked it. So
Okay.
I was a little concerned because I thought it would be here by now. I thought some porch pirate got it, but it's on route. It'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, good. And then,
so let me just write this down. So 10 for optics. There's no follow up on that. 10 for optics will arrive on Monday, 6th. All right. What's next?
And then there is let's see. We have all the vertical cable stuff. Do you have any updates on what the deals with the vertical cable? Or
Well, I messaged Mike from Vertical Cable a few days ago. I think it was right after. I think it was Monday actually. He said it's going to be sent out. He said everything's good to go. I just don't have any tracking numbers, so that's a really big hot item because that's like most of the rack. So I will. So Blake will follow up with Mike, and I've been communicating with Mike quite a bit, talking about, he's going to be on site and we're going to be getting content. He's bringing some other marketing stuff. So I feel pretty confident, but I really need a tracking number.
Yeah, because we're getting kind of close down to the wire.
Yep.
And hopefully we won't have to be making any kind of emergency backup plan.
I know, right? You should always have a backup plan.
Maybe I should be calling my rep at ICC and seeing what we can do there.
Yeah. I feel pretty confident about vertical cable, but yeah, maybe get ICC involved at some point.
Okay.
But, all right. Yeah, do that. So actually, so Zack, reach out to ICC for backup plan. Cool. What else?
So looking on here, we have the 14U rack from Tiffany, and that's being shipped in, or is he bringing it in, or?
My understanding is that he was getting an ADI rack, and I'm not sure if it's being shipped or not. Hey, Chris, you there? Can you speak to that?
Yeah. Yeah, the rack and screws and everything else, I was just gonna grab. It'll either be in my check bag or I'll have it for pickup there. One of the two. Otherwise, I can ship it over to you too if you prefer it.
So that I know that Pierce is sending a Chatsworth. He's shipping that to me. Then you're bringing and you'll be on site early, like a couple days early on Friday, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm there on Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is the rack I'm bringing.
Are you showing me a video of something, or what are you doing?
Well, I was, but I don't know. You probably can't see anything on here anyways, so.
I can't. Why is that?
That's fine.
I want to see it, though.
I'll throw up some photos in the meetup group.
For some reason, all I'm seeing is Jordans. Did I have her pinned, maybe? What the heck?
She's probably more important than you, so, that would make sense.
We're all equally important, okay?
If you double click on it, there it is.
There it is. Jeez, that was difficult. I had Jordan pinned. So what are you showing me there, buddy? What do you got? Oh,
so this is the 14U.
Is that the ADI or is that the Chatsworth?
This is the ADI.
Okay, and the ADI can be mounted on it has like feet and stuff, right?
Yeah, so it's got feet that screw in right down here. And then you can stack it as well to turn into a 28U. And then there's no, all the equipment goes edge to edge. And then it also can go on a 16-inch on center. The Chatsworth that Pierce is bringing is this one.
Cool.
So it's open back. And then it needs to be on a 22-inch because the way the legs work.
Right.
And then it's only a 12U. They market it for some reason the model number's a 13U because of these extra holes, but you can't actually fit 13U's worth of equipment in it.
Okay.
It's only a 12U.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
both of those.
Yeah. Bring the ADI with you. I think that'll be fine. I feel pretty confident you're going to be there on Friday.
I'll have it for either way. I'll have it on pickup at ADI if I don't bring it with. I'll just have it on will call at ADI Nashville.
Okay.
So,
yeah. That's right off the highway. Yeah. It's 15 minutes from the location.
If
no big deal.
hell or high water came, somebody can stop in there. It's on my account. So,
Okay. Okay, good. Very familiar with the location. So, all right. Word. That makes me feel better. Okay. Has ADI rack. at ADI. Okay. What's next, Zach?
We have Chris is also supposed to bring a 2U UPS and power conditioner.
Okay.
There we go.
And let's see here. Mark was supposed to bring that LTE modem. I don't know if he is still going to do that or what the deal is with that.
Okay.
I still have that 3U deal for the Keystone jacks, which is something I actually wanted to discuss. So we were originally going to do like an MDF type of thing, and I got thinking about it. MDF, it's probably going to be like half, 3/4 inch, somewhere around there. So what I thought
Okay.
about is taking a 3U, like a blank that you put in a rack.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing originally. It was just like a blank.
Yeah, so just taking the
Okay.
metal and then cutting it out and putting it
Yeah,
in.
exactly. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Cool. Is that something that vertical cable would provide, or should I just pick that up somewhere else? Or
I would imagine the vertical cable can provide that, but I don't know off the top of my head. Does anybody know if vertical cable has blanks for racks?
I would think that either they do or even ADI. You can grab like a Mid-Atlantic one or something. I may have some spares too. I just gotta see how thick they are. Some of them can be pretty diesel.
Yeah, yeah. So Zach, were you planning on fabricating that prior and shipping it, or what are logistics for that?
yeah, just because I don't know how it would work trying to cut out the slots on it
Mhm.
on location.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not getting out a Dremel tool in a conference room.
Right. So, yeah, ideally I would do that here. I don't have any 3U ones. I have some 1U ones
Okay.
in stock. But that's not a very high dollar thing, so I could just pick that about anywhere.
Okay.
And then I would just ship that off to you. We have all the 10-4 stuff. We have the rack screws, which I think Chris is gonna put in the rack. They'll come with it. And then we have all the Cisco stuff, which is taken care of. Hopefully.
Okay. And Marco, were you bringing a cradle point or some sort of LTE device?
Yes, correct.
Okay, Marco. And that's not a mission critical device. It's kind of like a nice to have, but definitely bring it.
Absolutely.
Marco will bring. It's a cradle point. Is it a rack mount cradle point or is it a?
That one is not.
Okay. We'll bring cradle point.
I
Okay.
think we have a rack. Make sure we have a rack shelf in here to put it on.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a shelf vertical cable in here.
Wait, so there's a rack shelf as well? That'll fit in the 14U?
Yeah, because I think, guess I should look at the picture of the mock-up, but I think I'd put a shelf in there for that modem and some other stuff. If we ever had any other spare parts
Okay.
we need to put in there.
There should be one. I was going to grab a Middle Atlantic 1U unless somebody else has one or whatever, but I'll probably still grab one just in case we need it.
Okay.
Trying to find that picture of the. Do you have that picture, Zach, of the final rack
I'm
build?
going through here right now to see.
It's like buried in all of our DMs in Slack. I could eventually find it unless you have it handy.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on my phone here because I think I'd have a higher chance of that than. Yeah, so I have I have it right under the router because the router will be rack mount. And then I have that with that LTE modem and, whatever other little small parts we'd have to put in there.
Right. I thought we had a picture of it somewhere, but all right. Doesn't matter for now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and send this to the ambassador channel again.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So we have that.
Cool. All right. What else we got for the parts list? Feeling pretty good about it, sort of.
I think that covers everything because most everything's from vertical cable. We have the Cisco stuff. We have the 10-4 optics. We have the stuff from Chris, my little 3U deal. And then the LTE modem that covers everything.
Cool. So let's move down the agenda to just the meetup logistics, or like the meetup agenda. If you haven't gone on meetup.com and RSVP'd for it, I'd really appreciate if you did, because we're actually growing the attendees list on meetup.com alone. And I capped it off at 25. And I guess, Christina, you're kind of planning out for that for like snacks and stuff. And then just the general size of the room only lends to really 25 to 30 people, right?
Yeah, exactly. About that.
So I'm trying to think, like,
We
who's going to,
definitely-
yeah, go ahead, Christina.
Yeah, we definitely couldn't go over 30. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think it'd be a little unmanageable, not enough room, or just, we'd make it work, but I would like to know, because some people are asking me what, who's going to be going, what's the head count, because I know that Theron Forker wants to bring some stuff for everybody. So just having the attendees list, just if you can RSVP, that'd be super helpful, or DM me and I'll try to get you on some sort of external list. But this is the meetup event. This is how I keep track of everything. It doesn't cost any money. It costs me money to have a meetup.com account, but it doesn't cost you money to click a couple buttons and press yes. So
You should just turn everyone away at the door if they don't have a ticket for meetup,
yeah. I was thinking about using like it's true. I was thinking about using like Eventbrite or something, and maybe anybody that's like not an ambassador, like make them pay for it. I don't know. I just want to find the easiest, most frictionless way to get people in the door and kind of know who everybody is, so we can make name tags, and it's a little bit easier to manage if I know who's coming.
What's our head count right now on everyone attending?
Gosh, I don't know. I just go by this 12 number, the 12 attendees, and I know that Kramer's bringing up somebody, and then I guess Chris Tiffany. I think he got some text coming as well.
I might have one. I don't have anyone guaranteed. Adam's coming, which is one of my ex-techs / now technically competitors, but also contractors. So But
is that Adam D. Michael
Milky?
Milky?
Yeah, Milky. Yep. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he worked for us for like 8 years, 6 years, 7 years, and then he was a contractor all last year, and then he decided to open his own company doing low voltage, which is fine, but it's always fun when employees go create their own companies.
Yeah. So, I really like Adam. I like Adam.
No, he's good shit. He's good people. So
he's a patron on Patreon for $10 a month. So I love Adam. He's great, man. I've never met him, but I love him.
Oh, I better up game.
I know, right? Yeah, if you haven't already, patreon.com. There's always opportunities to support the efforts. Right now I'm at $27 a month. That's nowhere near the car payment that I need to get the SUV so I can come visit everybody. So if you want to support Low Voltage Nation and all the content tsunami efforts, please go to patreon.com/Low Voltage Nation and become a patron. Thank you. That's my little house. That's my little house ad for today.
So it's a plug. It's a plug, like a plug.
It's a plug. Yeah, I need money. This stuff is becoming expensive.
So foreign. I don't know why you would need money. Come on now.
Whatever, man. I think everybody's a business owner. At least 90% of the people that are ambassadors are business owners. You guys get it. All right. Don't give me that shit. All right, moving on. So core team, I know that some people are going to be there prior. So Chris Tiffany is going to be there prior. He's going to help me do some stuff. We'll hopefully have some time. I know we'll have some time either Saturday evening or Sunday morning to go through the rack build. So Chris Tiffany, Marco, you're definitely going to be there. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I could put you on the core team, I hope.
Of course.
Absolutely. Okay. Core team, Christina will definitely be there.
I'm going to be there.
And then when are you coming, Mason?
I'll be there at 1. I'm driving down.
Oh, you're okay. So you're driving down.
Yeah, it's about a 6-hour drive. So
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
I'm bringing Jeremy with me.
Okay, cool. I won't put you on the core team. The core team will be people that'll be helping prior to it. So
gotcha.
You'll be there right at it. So I just want to build a small team that'll help me kind of do some presentation. And my Google Home Assistant is going off. Sorry. So anyway, so Christina, and then who else is going to be there? Then Kramer Snuggs will be there. And I think that's it for court. Oh, Pierce is going to be Pierce is going to be there. Pierce Smithwick. So if you guys are okay with that, we'll all kind of circle up before the meetup, get everything set up, make sure we're on the same page, go from there. Sound good? Cool.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Christina.
We're on the subject of attendees.
So Pierce is still waiting to 1,000% confirm based on a schedule. So just as a heads up.
Okay. All right. That'll work. And then I think Zach, you said something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to just ask real quick, because I'm more than likely not going to be there just because I don't have any money to be traveling, getting airfares and stuff.
Right.
Do we have someone else who knows how to set up the Cisco equipment there?
Well, I have Cisco experience. Marco and Kramer also know Cisco. I think Chris Tiffany, do you know Cisco at all? You know, iOS and all that?
I mean, level 2, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, I guess, whatever that means. But
well, we don't need you guys then. No, I'm just kidding. Totally
right.
kidding. Totally kidding.
Marco is the Cisco subject matter expert. He's nominated himself.
It's the cross I bear now, huh?
With that comment.
It's the cross I bear, man.
Yeah. But isn't the Cisco small business shit kind of like, not shit, but stuff, isn't it kind of like easy to do? It's all GUI based, or do you have to get them?
It's GUI based, you know. We're not doing anything crazy, so it's not going to be a big thing.
Yeah, it's just like click on the wizard and
enter here. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll bring a pile of ASAs. We'll make sure those all get programmed first, just to have some fun.
To warm everybody up.
Okay. All right, I think we're good with that. So meetup agenda, pretty loose agenda. This is going to be a fun time, guys, but we're also going to get some work done. We want everybody to come together, hang out, but also build some stuff and keep pushing this gold standard that we have been so diligently working on. So super pumped. All right. Any other remarks or comments, concerns in regards to the meetup and the parts list? Cool. LBN web interview. So Marco, he got his interview finally.
Finally.
We carved out some time and it's up. It's live. What did you think about it, Marco? Did you think it turned out well, or what are your thoughts?
Yes, yeah, I liked it. You know, it's a little different because you can kind of put your own twist to it, and you know, just give a little more information, and it's there. It's published. You know.
Yeah,
it's a
piece of content. You know, get some more exposure. I think it's pretty cool. But we gotta choose who's going to be the next person. Do you think? Do you have anybody off the top of your head, Marco?
What about Pierce?
Just choose somebody. Let's do Pierce. Yeah, Pierce is next. That sounds good. Where is Pierce is next. Boom. Cool. The podcast. Zach, hey, did you get the invite for Monday? Are we still on track for that?
Yes. Yep, that'll work.
Okay.
And you want to do that over Google Meetings? Yeah,
all the information should be in the calendar. If you see that, I got your email. I have the show rundown. So we do a pregame and just get comfortable and go through the questions and just do it through Google Meet. It's all there.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
Heads up, I'll be having to head out in about 2 minutes.
Okay. You said you're leaving this meeting in 2 minutes. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I have to get going.
Okay, I got you. I don't think there's anything else that's pressing for you, so that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. MSP Weekly. So Brandon Weber, we got to get back on the ball with that. I'm going to really try to get at least 3 to 4 podcasts out next week. Cameras with BIT. Hey, Mason, when do you want to reschedule for that? Do you want to do it tonight?
I think we need to figure out because weekends are usually times where I like catch up on paperwork and quotes
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Mhm.
So maybe look at a weekday. I feel like that'd be more able to keep it consistent.
Okay. And
So,
what time do you think? Do you think like in the evening on a weekday?
yeah, like maybe like a 6 or 6:30 on a Wednesday or Thursday would probably
Okay, so
work. But actually, a Wednesday would probably work really well.
6:30, and then you're Central Time or Eastern?
I'm Eastern.
Okay, so 6:30 p.m. Eastern on
Yeah.
Wednesday. Let's try
Yeah,
to
Monday through Wednesday are good because that's when we have the other guy working here, so I'm usually not out in the field.
cut. And then Marco, do you want to get another podcast on the books with you? I don't really have any topics, but maybe we can come up with something.
Sure.
What do you think?
Yeah,
What do you
absolutely.
think? Are weekends best for you, or what do you think?
Weekends are a little tough.
Okay.
But maybe we could figure out in a week, whether it's you know, early evening or something, maybe 7 o'clock or something like that. I could make it work.
7 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. Let's try that.
Okay, cool.
I'll brainstorm on some stuff, but we'll try to just tentatively just say 7 p.m. Thursdays.
Yeah, and I'll definitely I'll come up with some ideas too.
Yep. I'm just trying to catch up from last year, wrapping everything up, and I'm starting all these new positions and things. So I got a lot going on, but I want to really put a huge focus on the podcast stuff. That's how we built LBN to start off with, and I want to keep that moving forward. So it's very important. Fiber Cartel podcast. I don't think Manny is on the call today, but I'll reach out to him. I want to do a recap of our visit with Jordan and in Nashville. It was actually really cool. We actually learned a lot, got some good content, but I want to do a follow up and tell everybody what we did. It's good stuff. So I'll follow up with Manny. Blake will follow up with Manny, and then security today. I don't think Uncle Bear is on the call right now. Let's see, jumped on, but he is launching his security or relaunching his Security Today podcast. So keep your eye out for that. And I do have a link on the website. Actually, go right here.
Real quick, I'll be jumping off here, but I appreciate everyone's time, and I'll talk to you all next Sunday.
Thanks, Zach. See you, man. So Uncle Bear has Security Today. He does some shout outs to Low Voltage Nation, some of the other guys involved in the group, but definitely give him some support. It's actually a pretty fun podcast. You get to hear Uncle Bear's voice with his hip hop vibe. So that's always a good time. Cool. Let me just drop a link into the meeting. Next topic for the meeting. I know we've been doing updates and just a lot of the meetup stuff and goal setting, but I'm trying to think if there's any other topics that we need to discuss. Maybe we can circle back to access control. Maybe there's some new developments in the surveillance side. Marco, what do you have going on? Anything new and exciting, or what are your thoughts?
In the field itself or business wise in general?
I guess business wise or the field itself. Any topics that you think we can kind of focus on for the next meeting, the next mastermind meeting?
I'm really starting to see a lot more automation stuff, but on the simple side, like both resi and commercial. People like want to utilize one app and kind of be able to just do things very simply. I've been seeing lately.
Yeah,
which is funny.
Well, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm sick of having 14 apps to control, a light bulb. So
yeah, absolutely. and it's just we're getting a lot of customers that we're dealing with on contractors that are like, we just want something simple, whether it's for us or it's for the end user, and now all this stuff with Ring and Nest and everyone's getting scared. So it's kind of nice. They kind of, the big boys are bringing us the work. So it's nice.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, maybe let's circle back on some residential stuff and some simplicity around automation.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll put that on the agenda. I'll do some research on that. It's a topic for me, just personally. So
yeah, absolutely.
It'll be interesting to hear your perspective as a integrator, installer, and then me, an annoyed customer.
Yeah, yeah. And I've had a lot of people get rid of their Alexas too because they're getting
Really?
worried with those. Yeah.
Cool. All
But
right.
some people don't care. And
Cool.
some people do.
Right. All right. Let's put that on the agenda. Let's go down the list. Let's see who's on there. Chris, what do you got going on, brother? You're first on the list. You had some like really big 70 site situation. How's that going?
Yeah, we're still in kind of the development or bid slash I don't know, exploration phase on that one. But we'll see how it goes. I've got a lot of other projects as well, so just kind of finishing up some stuff here and keeping booked up. We're still sort of, us and Pierce are in the same boat, waiting for our one customer to kind of get things back on track. So just hired a new guy out of Kentucky there. He's actually sitting across from me now, and we're on a site in Arizona, and we're trying to recruit hard out of Wisconsin. So if anyone knows any techs out of Wisconsin or that want to move to Wisconsin, let's face it, that's probably not going to happen. But we pay pretty darn good and keep life interesting. So, but that's kind of the main stuff right now. So.
Yeah. I shared out your post to all my channels that you did on Facebook, and then another guy shared
Definitely
it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. But then I read it. I was like, oh, must relocate to Wisconsin. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like the one guy we just hired out of Kentucky, I'm not opposed to out of state, but we have enough work in Wisconsin that it sort of sucks to have to fly guys in to our home state because we can't charge those customers travel. And it's like, some of you got guys in hotels for job sites a mile away from the office, and that just doesn't make sense either. So,
have you considered targeting techs that know the old Northern Computers stuff? Northern Computers that was part of Pitway and then bought by Honeywell. I mean, they're out of Oak Creek by Milwaukee Airport. I mean, they're seems like, I mean, a lot of access control techs I know are out of Milwaukee area.
Yeah, I mean, we're about 2.5 hours out of Milwaukee, so I'm not opposed to hiring out of Milwaukee, but it's not our usual first choice. And then, I haven't seen too much. We ran some Indeed ads, stuff like that, even down in that market, and it's a bit tough because most of the projects we work are kind of all over the place, and a decent number of those techs wanted to work, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and be home, and that's just not. Nothing wrong with that. That's great, but it's just not the way that, we usually end up working. We're looking more for guys that are looking to work, 412s and be done, than the guys that want to work, 6 or 7 hours and be right next to home. Just because our, statewide is kind of our small service area. So it just doesn't work quite as good, but definitely still exploring, still interviewing, still looking. So.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, Chris. Christina, what are your goals for this week? I know we got a lot of meetup stuff and like swag bag stuff we're trying to put together. What do you think your goal can be?
Well, definitely get the swag and start putting those together. Also just staying on top of everything. We got the documentation. Everything's like set in stone, which is great. It's a little nerve-wracking for a minute.
Thanks for getting that documentation squared away. I know I was a complete asshole about it, but it got me really nervous. So
it's all good. I mean, I would be the same way. So everything is set in stone. I just encourage everyone that is actually coming in town the day before the meetup. Really excited about that. Be able to hang out in Nashville and get some stuff done and enjoy the city. Goals for this week were just to work on those swag bags for sure. And
I got them coming. I got the bags coming tomorrow, and then we can load them up with stickers and stuff. But I want to get some more low voltage nation stickers printed or something. I got the business cards too, so there's a whole handful of stuff we can stuff in there.
Oh yeah, we definitely can make it work. So I'm not worried about that.
Okay, cool. That'll be good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's next? I think John Laurie's next. What do you, John? What do you got going on, brother? Oh, you added ambassador on LinkedIn. Thank you. I saw that.
Yes, I did, and so I got those two things checked off. Those, yeah, added that and sent you over your login credentials to my test site. Still have a mountain of other things to do, but you know, I'm slightly less swamped than I was last week at this time, so I consider that a positive development.
Right.
It's going to be a busy January, but
good. What are your major goals for this week?
Let's see. I got well, I had to get a little less swamped, but mostly want to get card reads coming in through my Aperio stuff into the control panel. I'm integrating them into. So that's,
what is it? What is it called? Imperio?
No, Aperio, the Asa Abloy.
Aperio. Okay, I got you.
Sergeant wireless sergeant locks and stuff.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, and so you get a panel, a door controller manufacturer that wants those to appear like they're wired doors on their panels. So.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's the main goal for the week.
Word. Thanks, John. Who else we got? Jordan. We talked about your goals, and that's basic. And Jordan, hey, you still there, Jordan? Hello.
I'm still here.
And so, what did we discuss with your goals? It was basically just continue to post on Instagram and LinkedIn, and there's a couple others.
Yes, it was to post content on Instagram and LinkedIn every day, and to also reshare the ambassador content on LinkedIn and Instagram. And then last but not least, to just spread the LVN joy.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me write that down. So it's post on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Post on LinkedIn and Instagram every day in some form or fashion, whether it's like a comment, a picture, or something. Instagram.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Engagement.
Yeah. And if you all don't know who Jordan is, Jordan, her title is the LVN LinkedIn Community Manager. So she's connecting with everybody on LinkedIn and following a bunch of businesses on there, and she's helping with showcasing the ambassador work and keeping everybody happy and positive on LinkedIn and on follow her on Instagram. She's fiber.jordan. So she's learning how to splice fiber, which is pretty cool. So there's some cool content on there. All right. Wait, what was the second one? I'm sorry, Jordan. I wasn't paying attention. And I told you what these goals were, too. What's the second one?
To reshare ambassador content.
Oh, yeah. Reshare ambassador content. Yeah, that's the most important one. Ambassador content.
Yes.
Content on LinkedIn. All right. Sweet.
Yes.
All right. Jordan Dowshay is how it's pronounced.
Thank you.
It took me like a month to figure that out.
Takes everybody a long time. It's okay.
And then spread the LVN joy on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. Thanks, Jordan.
Yep. No problem. Thank you.
Yep. Bye. Who else we got? Who am I missing? Is there anybody else? Oh, I got two. I got Marco. Marco's up next. What? Let me pull your spreadsheet up. Clear, Marco. Boom. Holy shit, you got a lot. All right. What's your restructure operations and schedule procedures? What's that all about?
As of Jan 1st, I kind of revamped things to just give the team a more, I like to say, structured environment and kind of lay down the law a little bit. I think we were really, really slammed, and things I think were just kind of getting away from us in behind the scenes sense, not customer facing, but just internally. So that's been rectified. And we kind of revised our handbook and Everyone will be signed off on that, and I think we're off to a good start this year.
Cool. And then the fiber expansion, that's just like back burner shit, isn't it? That's
Yeah, I mean, it's I've been playing with some numbers and whatnot, and we'll have to me, you, and Manny will have to sit down and discuss to see what kind of brain busters we can come up with.
Yeah.
We can call it like a 40%er.
And include Jordan on those conversations too. So.
Sure.
Proposals, procedures, making sure they are being followed.
That's been improved on as well. That's kind of like Jan 1 improvement, restructuring thing, you know.
And then lingering tickets. Like, what do you mean by tickets? Are those like for your MSP side of stuff, or is that just tickets in general? What does that mean?
It's everything. It's the entire company, you know, as far as service tickets, support tickets. We did good. We ended the year with only 3 in the pending queue, and everything else was closed out and resolved. So that was a big thing.
Okay, so you did like a sprint, like a ticket sprint, I guess.
Yeah. I just took like 2 days, and I went and I just knocked everything out myself. And I said, you know, I'm not gonna hurt everybody and say everybody go run and do it, you know.
Oh, it's like Marco on deck, not an all hands. Like just Marco on deck.
Usually everyone runs for the hills when I'm out in the field, you know.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, here he comes. That's funny. Okay. What do you got going on for this week?
This week, we have about 3 or 4 projects that are kind of coming into the finishing stages. So I got to kind of break up the crews and kind of do some finish work. We have some Salto lock set up for one of our properties we're working on, which is 60 units. So I have to tie that in with the Brevo and fire up the access control, the cameras, TV. So it's going to be a little bit of a scramble to try to get that done.
Okay.
And then another site where we're still waiting for parking gate slab to be poured, like the island, so that we can get the parking gate set up and tie that in with our access control system, as well as the customer wants training on his cameras this week, which are still not programmed. So that's always fun. And then just some follow-ups. We got some new potential customers that I'm following up on and trying to get a hold of, you know, the estimating teams and just kind of see what services we could provide to them to help their businesses as a whole.
Cool.
So a couple good things there.
Sounds good. And then there's something with the meetup I think that we had with you. I think it was just like bring lanyards, and then you have your bring the LT. Okay, yeah. If you got lanyards, I'm not sure how we're gonna do name tags, but I'll figure it out. Just bring some stuff. Bring some like stickers and shit. Just bring anything, because I'm gonna stuff these bags with all sorts of shit and people can take home.
You got it.
Yes, sir. All right. I think Mason's the last one at the bottom of the list. Young Mason.
Yep.
Hey, Mason, do you listen to our podcast at all? But I don't think you like listening to your voice. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, no, I don't like listening to my voice.
They are so funny, but the pregame stuff is hilarious, man. Like when I'm doing post production, I think I spent about an hour, maybe two, I don't know how long it was, but it was a couple nights ago, and I was in stitches listening to it. It's good stuff, man. LinkedIn company page is one of your items. It's your only item. Have you done your company page for BIT yet?
Actually working on that right now.
You're doing it right now.
Yep.
It's important, man, because I get to tag you, and that's how you get exposure.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Cool, man. It's 50% complete. Let's put that.
5,000.
5,000% complete. That's not real. Let's try that. What are your goals? What are your projects? What are you doing this week?
To start getting feeling better and to fill up the calendar for January.
Let's just put fill up calendar for January.
Yeah.
Wait, do you not have anything on the calendar, or like?
Yeah, we have stuff, but it's like the last week where like we don't really have anything on the calendar, so that's mainly just my fault. I the holidays kind of screwed me up to get stuff on the calendar. So
Yeah. And then you had like flu bola for a little bit, so that doesn't help either. Yeah. Okay. And you said you had like one of the best quarters or like best month or something. What was? You said you
we
really,
had
really picking
quarter
stuff
4
up.
was really good.
Yeah.
Quarter 4 was really good.
I think you said it's just like it's like almost too much work. Is that the case or like what?
Yeah. Well, last year, so we got the same amount of revenue we got all of last year, the last 2 months of 2019. So
Yeah.
I was a little overworked to say the least.
Yeah. It's probably from the podcast. It's probably all the podcast fans.
That's definitely where it's coming from. They're like, we want your cameras. We've been listening to you on the podcast.
Yeah. Cool, man. What else you got going on? Is that it?
That's it. Website's coming along. Finally got back on that.
Is your person doing it, or did you find somebody else to do it?
I don't know. It's kind of irritating because I asked her. I sent her over a template, and it's like I want it exactly like this, and it keeps not looking like that.
It keeps
I'm
not
like,
looking like that.
I'm like, what is this? Is a template for the website. Just use this and change all the stuff to my business. And so we're gonna see how that turns out. I don't know. I'll probably end up just doing it myself.
Yeah, just do Wix. Wix or WordPress, bro. That's all you need.
Yeah, I know.
Up in like in one night. Marco, how quickly could you put a Wix site up?
I'll be honest with you. I think I did mine in maybe an hour and a half.
That's exactly, yeah.
That's what's great about it. And you don't have to worry about it. And then, you pull the template you want and you just keep building on it. I mean, can't fix what ain't broke, as they say,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one's going to do it really right is you, because you know how you want it.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you gotta delegate at some point, but Wix does make it easy. So does WordPress. All right, cool. Anybody else have anything? I think we ran down the list of all the items, and I don't think I left anybody off. So that's good. Cool. All right, guys. Well, we got a lot of work to do, so I'll look at my items, and if you have any action items, please follow up with them and keep getting after it in Slack channel and Instagram and all those other social networks. And y'all have a good Sunday. Talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.